everyone. So today we're talking about one of my holy grail bestest products ever. And it is this, the MAC Fix Plus. Mine has obviously seen some love. It lives in my makeup drawer with its makeup-y friends and gets really dirty, but I love this. It's my friend. So this is, it's called Max Prep and Prime Fix Plus, and it is a finishing spray. Lots of people have mixed this up with a setting spray, much like Urban Decay Stay All Nighter. This is alcohol free. It is a glycerin spray. It also apparently has cucumber and it's a soothing moisture mist that refreshes the skin and finishes makeup. Whole bottle, blah, 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 blah. So it has like cucumber and aloe or something like that in it. It's alcohol free. And that's where it doesn't do the longevity for your makeup. One of the first ingredients in Urban Decay All Nighter is alcohol. So if you suffer from dry skin or aging skin, it might not be the best thing for you. Unless you're like, my makeup needs to last 21 hours today, bitch. Then spray that shit on you. This will not make your makeup last longer, but it will make your makeup look better. And in this video, it's gonna be really choppy editing wise, and I apologize. Also, it's gotten sunny, and then it wasn't sunny, and then it was sunny, so my lighting keep changes, so deal with it, is what it is. I had to. I love this thing. It is so great. First off, packaging, it's so simple. It's just a frosted plastic bottle. I cannot tell you the amount of times I've dropped this and it hasn't broken. Guaranteed next time I drop it, it's gonna smash to bits. It has one of those like soft touch tops with a big round button on top, and it sprays out of the nozzle. When I was reading up on it on Paula's Choice, they said what separates this apart from other setting sprays is the really fine mist that it gives, and it really does. My only recommendation when you are spraying your face is to hold your arm hella far away, which I think I mentioned when I'm actually doing that, because if you go close, it'll get blotchy, and you'll get parts that are heavier than others, and then that will make your makeup look uneven and blotchy. Basically, you'll get little like bald patches of foundation because you have too much liquid in it. I am sick as a dog, like on antibiotics, sick as a dog, and I feel like my skin looks really radiant and healthy, and I'm pretty sure that's because I am bathing in this shit today. Like excuse me, used more of this than I have ever used in my life on my face. But I've had this for a really long time, and I use it probably 3 to 4 times a week. Not every day, because for work, I'm not all that picky, and often I really don't. Like, I didn't wear makeup yesterday at all. So, well, that's a lie. I did wear makeup, but not a lot. So if you'd like to see the multitude of ways and my tips and tricks on MAC Fix Plus, please keep watching, because it's my baby. I love this. Mwah. Yeah, so please keep watching, and thanks for tuning in. Another awkward thing segue. This video is going to be an editing nightmare because it's going to be so choppy. Okay, so, and I'm going to lose my voice. My first 2 tips for Fix Plus, well actually my very first tip is, if you have fine, thin, limper hair, excuse me, like mine, take a towel. This is just an old grungy towel. And before you spray the shit on your face, cover up your hair, because it does make it greasier and dirtier. So this is, I can put it on before foundation when my skin feels like it does right now because I'm sick. Like it feels dry and yucky. So I just do that. I don't bathe in this stuff. And then I like to like basically beat my face and smack it around. And that just gets it absorbed. But I've protected my hair from getting the glycerin will make your hair kind of sticky and yucky. So I now always cover up my hair, and I've started covering up clients' hair too, especially on their wedding days, because they don't want their like fringe or any of those little romantic pieces that they have out of their hair on their wedding day to look greasy or sticky or yucky. I always end up pushing, like my bangs are meant to be at the front. Oh, the foundation is runny today. So I'm just mixing together 2 foundations because with not being under the weather, I am extra pale. So I just mixed together my Makeup Forever and my CoverGirl. And I am just gonna dot this on my face, as per usual, like watching somebody put on their foundation. But what I'm gonna do today, and I don't do this very often because I'm cheap, but if you take your damp beauty blender, which I mostly cleaned, can get that spot out, and give it a little Fix Plus bath, and like try to get it all in there. It will re-moisten it and it will absorb less of the product. Because the glycerin, I feel like, fills the pores of the Beauty Blender and makes it so less foundation works its way into the Beauty Blender. How about you talk, Kim? You are making a video for people to enjoy. But I like the very skin-like finish that putting the Fix Plus underneath your foundation gives you. It will not cause longevity for your makeup. I would not do that for a bride or somebody who wanted longevity in their makeup. What I would do it for is a photo shoot. If you're doing a quick 1-hour photo shoot, like your engagement photo shoot or your I'm pregnant, yay, or I just had a baby, yay. What are those called? Maternity photo shoots. I would do that. So just it gives a very natural skin. I cannot cover up this thing on my nose for the life of me. And then I do my concealer. I don't add any more Fix Plus. I don't love putting sprays on my sensitive eye area. So just whatever's left on the sponge, I use. Got a little guy there. Pretty much I look like a zombie. But this really is one of the most versatile products I have in my makeup collection, and it's definitely holy grail. Like when this bottle runs out, and I'm pretty cheap with it. Like you watch some of the people on YouTube and they bathe in the shit. Like they must buy a new bottle every month. Whereas I'm cheap with it. But can you see how you can see my skin through and I don't look cakey or overly foundation-y, and I feel like less product was absorbed. So that are my first 2 uses and tips for how to use Fix Plus. I will continue doing my makeup and then I'll come back. Oh, Jesus, I didn't blend that shit out at all. I will come back and show you my next tip. So as you can see, I've gotten a little bit further with my makeup, and I'm gonna show you my next 2 favorite ways to use MAC Fix Plus, obviously, because that's what the video about. First off is with pigments. This is just a little MAC sample of a pigment called Nightlight, and it is a forest green pigment. I'm going to show you how this would apply just using a flat like shader brush by Urban Decay without MAC. Like, it's pretty, but it's kind of dusty and not that vibrant, and it spreads around, and the fallout you get is for reals. So when I use a pigment, I actually like to spray the brush first with the MAC Fix Plus, so I get like right up close and I spritz. And then I kind of wave it around. And then I dip in the pigment, because you're not going to ruin the integrity of the pigment by putting a wet brush in there, because you're just picking up new product. But let's look at what I get now. Do you see the difference? Like now I get a metallic, deep, beautiful green. Oh, that's actually really pretty. Out of that, as opposed to this dusty, sad, not as good green. I mean, the lighter dusting would be nice if you had a primer underneath. It would stick a little bit more. But how pretty is that metallic-y finish that you get? Now, if I'm using an eyeshadow pan as opposed to a pigment, I do not like to spray my brush first and then dip it into my pan, because that ruins the integrity of your eyeshadow. So we are gonna be, I'm actually gonna be putting it on my lid, this Pink Truffle by Anastasia. This is a self-made palette. If you were able to get your hands on this palette, it is money. It was really hard to find. It became like a unicorn for me. So I'm just gonna dip my, this is another one of those Urban Decay. These are my favorite for like on the lid. As you can see, I have not done my lid color yet. So let me just show on the back of my hand what this color looks like without the MAC Fix Plus. Like, it's pretty, but it just doesn't wow you, and it's not really on there. So now I'm gonna load up my brush and do the exact same thing. Oh, I got a little bit rammy there. And then I'm gonna show you again. Like, look what you get. That beautiful rosy gold color. It's so pretty. So I am going to try to find a brush that's not dirty. That would have been real helpful. Oh, this will work, the Anastasio brush. So I'm gonna apply this all over to my lids. So again, loading up my brush first, then spraying, making sure I catch up all that dust. And now I'm gonna put it on my lids. And I love this color. Like, this color is so flattering. And it just really livens up your look. And then sometimes I'll take a fluffier brush, and while that's still wet, I'll dip the fluffier side in there, and then I'll go over top, just so I can diffuse the edges a bit. So it's not like super metallic-y, but isn't that stunning? And then I just flip the brush over, because it doesn't have that much, and I try to stick around to the edges of my pan, just in case there is any MAC Fix Plus there. I really hate ruining eyeshadows. I am cheap. Like, this is using a lot of Fix Plus for me. So again, wet it, and then we're gonna put it all over my lids. So pretty. I hope you guys can see how stunning that color is. This pink champagne color, Anastasia, I talk like we're friends. We're not, she doesn't know who I am. Again, taking my fluffy side and just going over top, and I just find that gives a little bit more sparkle and diffuses my edges. She puts this pink champagne color in like every single palette she owns, and I don't blame her, or every single palette that she makes, because it is stunning. And then I'm just taking this treasure color just to finish off my eyes and stamping that in my inner corner. So that is my next trip. I'd like to take a trip somewhere. My next tip for, like, just look at the difference between the integrity, not the integrity, the quality of what you're getting. So I will be back. I need to stop saying that. Like, literally, it's half a second for you. It's just 20 minutes for me. When I'm ready to do the next part of my Fix Plus face. I have my two final, one of them super obvious tips and tricks for the MAC Fix Plus. So my first one is, my makeup is almost done. I did really heavy powder to prove what it does at the end, but my next tip is with highlighting. I can't find my Becca highlighting palette, which is what I was going to use, but I'm going to use my Sadly Smash Mary Luminizer. What I do is I completely load up my brush, and I just use my Sephora Pro Contour brush that I love for highlighting. And same thing as with your eyeshadow. This is if you want like a bubbling highlight. And I like to hold it further away than I do when I do eyeshadow, because I like a little bit less on there. But it is going to give me the most bubbling highlight ever. See? I'm hoping the light's picking that up. And same thing, I just flip my brush around, because I don't like to put wet brushes into my products. It ruins them. And my products are my babies. And again, spray. The key to all this is spraying. But like, can you see on this side better? Oh yeah, you can. Like, look at that highlight I have. And then I sometimes take the blush brush that I was using to put on my blush, and I just kind of stamp it along the bottom, just so I don't have a harsh highlight line at the bottom. I don't mind it so much at the top. You can also like wipe off some highlighter and kind of lightly dust your brush over top. And then the very obvious final one, but again, my tip is to cover up your hair. You are then going to hold this, when you are using this as your finishing spray, hold it really far away, like my arm is all the way out here, and close your eyes. And then I kind of like move into it. And what that does as a finishing spray, I will tell you right now, this is not a setting spray. This will not prolong the life of your makeup. What it kind of does, I feel like it kind of melds it all together. Oh, I guess I need some sort of lipstick. I'm just gonna be lazy and use this Essence one. There, now my makeup's done. So it just kind of melds everything together, and it makes you look less powdery, and like your makeup is less separate. It just kind of is the glue that makes my makeup happy and wonderful and I love this product. This product is my bestie. Like, I love it. If you guys have any tips or tricks or any uses for Max Fix Plus that I have not mentioned in this video, I think I named like 6, please comment below because I would love to know other ways. I've also heard that you can moisten products with it, like dried up. This is my Anastasio Dip Brow and it's getting a little bit dry. You can also mix it in with thicker foundations or other cream products to kind of diffuse them a little bit. I haven't personally tried that and I didn't want to try it in this video for the first time because I was like, this is how it works. And then if I'm trying it on camera and it doesn't work, for one thing, it would ruin what I have going on, which I'm liking what I have. Every time I do this eye look, I love it. This is one of those like, if I were to do my go-to eye look, it probably would be this because I love it and it always makes me feel kind of sassy and pretty but natural and not overdone. But yeah, I often will say use what's in your collection, make it work, don't go out and buy things just because YouTubers use it in their videos, but Max Fix Plus is, in my world, a need. It also doesn't break me out, it doesn't make me get hives, like my skin likes it. It makes it feel plumper and healthier and younger. I feel like when I put this on first, it makes my skin look younger and I'm all about that noise. So again, thank you so much for watching and I hope you guys all have a great day. Bye.